have a dream. Let's make it real. No better time than now. Best life ever. We have a dream. Best life ever. Let's make it real.
Hello everybody, my name is Aladin. Welcome to my show. Today I've got amazing guest, a lot of inspirational guests, but she's very special. She is she's known as the Glamour Gran. Yes, Glamour Gran. She's a makeup artist, teaches people makeup. She's a granny, and she's an inspirational speaker as well. She's been in social media for quite a while, and she's got amazing following. She has inspiring young people, older people. So there's various people that are actually following her and getting inspired her due to her journey, what she's been going through in life and how she's actually overcome those challenges. And this is the reason I've got her on today, this lovely lady on today, which I'll introduce just in a minute. And I just wanted to say to everybody out there that thank you. Just want to quickly say thank you that everyone's joining me, and please share today's show with your family and friends that I would actually benefit from today's show as well. So please welcome Anne-Marie Harper. Hello, Anne-Marie.
Hi, Aladdin.
I wanted to say thank you for coming on. I mean, you've traveled you're from Ayr, and you've come, so far to the show, and I'm really honoured that you're here.
It's my pleasure. If this helps one person, then it's worth my while getting on that train. Definitely, and I mean that.
Well, thank you for that. I've came across yourself quite about a couple of months ago, and I came onto your channel, Facebook Live, and I saw you doing makeup with some, course. You teach makeup, but the most important thing I realized that you were talking about kind of things like depression and some mental health and what you've been through, and you were actually you were really positive. That's a great thing. You weren't like down saying, "Oh, this is awful," but you're saying, "Yeah, I've been through it, but everyone could overcome this challenge if And you were really inspiring so many people, and I was very impressed with that. And I thought I need to have that Grandma Gran on my channel.
And I firmly believe in the law of attraction, the universe. What you put out, you get back. But I do believe that this is meant to be. I have been one of these people who was down, black, didn't want to go out, didn't open curtains. And for me, I had to go and seek help because I was in a very bad place. But I hid behind it. I never told anybody because I was scared to admit. I didn't really know what was wrong with me. But my mum was a manic depressive. And in those days, we just thought that she was off her head. And when I look back, I think, God bless her. She was very sick, but that's how it was then. But I do believe today is Mental Illness Day. It's Mental Illness Day for men who commit suicide, and I've been very touched with that because I've lost 3 friends to suicide, and I do firmly believe it's a serious illness, and we have to talk about it. And the way I started to come out and admit it was, my passion all my life's been makeup. I'm a people person. I've got learning difficulties. I'm dyslexic. You could tell me something 1 minute and I go, what did she say? I forget it the next minute. But I went to a makeup artist. She had a big opening of a launch that she'd done. And I went to this wonderful lady called P. Louise, and I'm not advertising for anybody, but P. Louise in Manchester, and I was sitting in the audience, it was full, and I got a feeling, and she invited me onto her stage. Now, I'm a dancer, I do Latin American dancing, so I'm not really shy, but of course I'm shy, because I'm human. So Paige Louise asked me onto her stage, and she says, would you share a wee bit of your story with all these makeup artists? And I just done what I had to do. I told the truth. I admitted that here was me with the pink dress and all the makeup and the hair and the eyelashes and everything. But deep down, I wasn't feeling good. I was feeling real bad. After that, had a lovely day, got home and made a decision to try and do something about myself, because I had everything. I had nothing at one time. Then I had everything, but I couldn't even open my beauty door in my back because I was scared. Don't ask what the fear is, because depression is a thing that changes you completely. When I come out of my depression, it's boom! That's how quick Aladdin I come out of it. I can even feel it. Oh, and back to me. It's like, wow. But I call it the black dog. And I've got a wee book here, it's a kid's book. And I just think it's one of the, I'd love the whole world to read it. And you don't need to go into big books or anything. It's called I Had a Black Dog. And it's all about what depression does to people and anxiety, etc. It's fantastic. And it's a kid's book. I read kids' books because the big books are too much for me because I can't really see. Letters all struggle. And I remember the teachers putting me in a corner and laughing at me when I was young. But I believe that was my journey, because it's made me at 63 years of age realise young people and mature people, we all need help. And this mental illness, anxiety, there's ways. For me, I had to go to the doctor on my knees and say, I can't go on anymore. I got medication. I'm still on my medication, and one day at a time. I have my good days, I have my bad days, but I do believe it's all in the giving. When you give, you receive in abundance. Anyway, I came home. I had a meeting with my son. And I said to him about this lovely lady, what she'd done for me and everything. And he said to me, fantastic, Mum. Go and do something with it if you can. And I can honestly say, I did. I've turned my whole life around. First thing I had to do, I had to open up and admit to my family. That was the hardest thing, because I didn't want to. Because my mum was manic depressive, and I didn't want my son and daughter or my husband to know that I was the same. But it happened, and now just for today I'm accepted. And it has took such a stress off me, because if you've got a young teenager in a bad mood, you don't know what's wrong with that teenager. It's always a case of locking themselves in the room and everything like that. But they've probably suffered from depression and anxiety as well. You know, it's the same all over. But anyway, I decided to turn my life around. I started training with P. Louise in Manchester, new makeup skills. I told her that I was dyslexic and I wasn't very quick at learning. No problem, she said. And I've also had a vision. My son gave me a list. My son's an entrepreneur. He's done a lot with his life as well. Brought up in the Bronx of Maryhill. So I'm used to being brought up with, we had zero. But it's not about money. It's about what's in you. Because money does nothing. If you've not got your health and you've not got your peace of mind, you've got nothing.
Yes.
Would you say I was right?
That was right, yes, yes.
And what I'm finding more now from my heart is mostly every single person I'm speaking to, I think every one of them are suffering from a mental illness or anxiety. Everybody's got their problems. And I realise that today. But anyway, my son gave me a wee checklist. He says, go home and do your best. And I had a vision. And my vision was to take my wee granddaughter to Disneyland. It still is my vision. And I'm going to do that. Because I have put a lot of, you can't just sit back and say, oh, well, you know, things are going to happen. It doesn't work like that. If you move and do your best, I believe, and I don't want to get into religion or anything like that, but I do believe there's summed up as a higher power. And he never gives you anything, ever, that's too much. And I think if you've got that wee tiny, tiny bit of faith like that, it can take you places. But faith can be just even somebody that you might not be, it can be anything that makes you feel Good.
Good.
Yeah, I've turned corners and I've changed my life. It's took a year and I'm still, every day, I'm working in an airport, I'm still grounded, still working. I mean, I could easily be up, I've been in television, I've been in radio, I could easily be up in another role saying, oh, but no, I'm totally and utterly grounded, because that's what it's all about. Nobody knows what the next moment's going to bring in your life. And no, I've got a great saying, my saying, all my followers will tell you my saying. My saying is, it's okay not to be okay. I mean, I've got everybody says, oh, I love your nails, oh, look at your nails are gorgeous. They're not my nails. I bite my nails to the bleed. They're false nails. And it's okay to bite your nails, whereas before it wasn't okay. So that's the kind of things. But as for today, I was in a very dark place, and I remember someone saying to me, did you ever feel like taking your own, did you ever feel like committing suicide? And I said, no, I don't think it ever got as bad as that. Actually, when I was a lot younger, I tried to take my own life twice. Anyway, and they said to me, did you ever feel like committing suicide? I said, no. And I says, but I'll tell you what I have done many a time. Went to bed and asked, God, please take me in my sleep, because I don't want to face tomorrow. So to me, that's a kind of form of that. But on the positive side, I met a personal trainer. Long story, I've not got time to get into it with you. I was meant to meet her, blah, blah, blah. I went to her for a fortnight. I walked down the beach every day. I got a wee bit fitter and I felt brand new. I've lost it again. I've lost all that fitness and habit, but I'll get it back one day at a time. I'm going to go back to her. And that, to me, there's things you can do with mental health and depression. But sometimes we can't do it ourselves. I couldn't. I had to go and get medical help. And just for today, I'm living my life. And I've decided to make the rest of my life the best of my life. And I do that by helping others. And I had a workshop at the weekend, and it brought tears to my eyes. It was unbelievable. The people, the turnout, it was unbelievable. And there was so many people spoke to me, and people that I thought were way up. They're just human beings, and it was great to have it. And so many people said to me, oh, Glamour Granan, you inspire me. You've let me realise I can actually do it. Although, and I thought, you know, we're all helping each other. So my journey hasn't been easy. No, not been easy at all. But I do believe that if we start getting out there and telling the whole world, mental illness is a very serious illness. And when I'm under that illness, you see a cut, you see a big cut in your arm, don't you? You know, and you see somebody lying in a bed who's really ill, but you don't see mental illness. And well, for me, it turns me into, used to dance 7 nights a week. Didn't want to go out the door, because they don't like me. A load of rubbish. It's what the illness does to you. And there's one day I couldn't even lift my arms. So that's how I know, yes, it is an illness. But we've got to accept, if we accept, and I know that Prince Charles is into this and all that, and there's a lot going on just now, but helping people, if we accept that this is an illness and open up to it, and the more people we get, I mean, it has got a lot better, a hang of a lot better, because years ago they used to whip you in a corner and say you were, you know, so I don't know if that's what you really are looking for me to talk about.
No, it's really nice to hear that. I mean, saying that you've went through that experience and you're going through that experience, and some days you can't, you just don't want to do anything. But there are people out there who are going through a similar, but they're not just. It could be years, you know, they're in that state.
Absolutely.
And they don't want to do anything. And sometimes
they think they're crazy.
They think they're crazy.
Of course.
But then it also could become like a norm to them, because you have the strength and the courage to say, okay, and family support.
Where did I get that strength and that courage? I brought this. That's the lady there, P. Louise, saw something in me. That's her there.
Yeah.
This is her there. This was her big day, okay? Yeah. And this is Anne-Marie Glamour Granan here at the end. This was the day I turned my life around. When she noticed me and says, come on up, share your story. And I said, but I can't. She went, yeah, I've watched you dancing on YouTube, get up there. And after that, I realised, you know something? I'm going to do things with my life. Because I had given up completely. And this beauty consultant, this makeup lady had just let herself go completely. Getting a shower, I couldn't even bother getting a shower. So that lady gave me, I believe she was sent to me to go on the stage and not to be a big shot, but to tell people, here I am. And this is me, this is who I am. And the respect I'm getting from people now, because I've been in the makeup artistry trade all my life, but I've kind of hid at the back. But in the last year, I've just opened up, and everybody now knows it's not just, this is changing the world. It's not just about being beautiful in makeup, it's about it's the whole package. And there's a lot of friends that I know from Newcastle, can't remember names, but the girl took her own life not long ago, and then her boyfriend, he took his own life as well, because she was absolutely gorgeous, but she was in a very dark place. So when you look at somebody and you think, oh, they're lucky, we don't know their story.
We don't know the story. Yeah.
So what I'm doing now, every day, I'm pushing through, and I am definitely changing my life, and I'm going to be doing workshops all over, and it's not just about makeup. We had the mental health team at the weekend there, and the NSPCC, and it was absolutely amazing. They told their story, and mixing beauty and with mental health, it was fantastic, and people's stories and everything. So yeah, I'm definitely I've made a decision in my life that I'm not going to sit back. I'm going to help all I can to get the stigma, help get the stigma removed from this horrendous illness. And as I say, I take my wee books everywhere, and I've always got that, because they all know me in my Facebook. And this is something, we'll talk about the law of attraction, and I'll tell you very, very quickly. I got this through the post. It's from the Secret Warehouse. Now, I'm not promoting anything, it's not about that, but it's all based on the law of attraction, the secret. But do you know what they're doing now? They're doing a beautiful box for kids. Now that just opened my eyes and my heart. I went, oh, how wonderful. It's for kids, young children growing up. And these books are for kids. And that's also another wee book I have, 10-Minute Life Coach, trying to help me to help myself, you know. But this, look, hello and welcome to our world. It's all about kids, and it comes in a big box. And just for talking's sake, just grab that. Write a happy note and leave it somewhere for someone to find. And it's all just wee notes to kids. When you think of a young kid reading them, they would love it. Yeah. And it makes them think, give your mummy a wee kiss, or just wee things. And that really touched me, and I thought, this has to go round. This has to. So it's all law of attraction, the secret.
So let's talk about, a couple of people were asking about law of attraction. I mean, we have spoken with other guests in the past in the show about law. So what's your definition of a law? What do you know? How does law of attraction work?
Well,
what's your belief in that side?
It was, I believe it was my son that introduced me to it, and my daughter. But the law of attraction for me, it works. It totally works. For me, I believe it's on Netflix now. I've just been told it's on Netflix, The Law of Attraction, the film. But for me, when I found it, it was like, wow. Because years ago, Winston Churchill and all these big people had this secret, but they wouldn't share it with anyone. They kept it to themselves. But the secret's out now, and it's all about what you think you bring into your life. And it is so, so true. The universe for me now is when you let go, which I have done, and you open up, the things that have came to me, I want to write a book.
Yeah, you should
I don't know how to, because I'm dyslexic, I don't know where to start, but I know I've got to do it.
It'll come to you, that's the universe.
That's it. And it has started to come, you're right. Yeah, a good connection for you. Lovely. But the law of attraction and the secret for me is all about positive thinking. And there's books and books and books on it, but you can sit and read books to you. There's apps on your phone and everything, but unless you kind of put it into practice, it doesn't work. But it's made me start to really, well, for instance, I wrote in this wee package I got from here, I wrote a cheque. Now, it's not about money with me, but I've wrote my cheque. And that cheque I've written is what I'm going to take my wee granddaughter to Disneyland. And it will happen. I'm a great believer that but you can't sit back, you have to open up. Things have happened beyond my wildest dreams for me, and it's definitely based around believing the law. But you need to go and look up the law of attraction and all these kind of things. And I'm a great believer in, I've got a little angel on my bracelet.
That's lovely.
Yes, I love my wee angels. And Stephen Brown's wife, Caroline, bought me that. And it's when she bought me, something happened. I'm not going into it all, but there is no doubt about it that there is definitely something guiding me, but I have to move. You know, I can't sit in corners.
I was speaking to someone who's done my hair and makeup today. There's a dressmaker, and she's always there. And she's a lovely, lovely person. And she was saying to me, what is law of attraction?
Yeah.
And I was just saying that, to my belief, what I believe is, as you said, how you think, what you feel, and also what you say brings in. So basically you're creating your reality because you are a magnet. So you're attracting everything. So law of attraction is the universe is saying that we cannot interfere until you whatever you say, then we'll act. So this is very, very important for people to become aware of what they think, what they feel, and what they say.
Absolutely. Because
it does come, and I used law of attraction.
Yes, of course.
And I've can dive deeper into it and more research on it, and I've found that, as you said, it's not just saying, it's acting on it, getting inspired action, inspired to move. There are people out there who may be working harder and harder, but it's not working harder. Inspired action rather than action.
What you're saying is perfect, but what for me I think also turned my whole life around, and I must share this for everyone. My very first live Facebook. I'll never forget it. The sweat was running down my back. Look, it was running down everywhere. My camera, my wee phone was stuck up. And anyway, to cut a long story short, I think that was the biggest thing I've ever done. I stepped out of a massive comfort zone, and I couldn't see because I didn't have my glasses. Too long a story to go into, but that is what turned my whole life around. It's feeling the fear about doing it. Now, it doesn't have to be doing a big live Facebook. It could be walking out your front door. And I pushed me, even coming here, I wouldn't not come tonight. But the wee bit of negativity came in here. But I've got a great saying: if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, take it. And I do that. And I do believe but that biggest thing for me, my first Facebook Live, was horrific. But I got over 500,000 people loving me. Do you know why? Because it was me, and I was saying, oh, I've dropped a thing, oh no. You know, that it wasn't a perfect makeup artist, it was this lady, this woman, as I said, and I was being honest with them, and it went mental. And then I started doing wee lives, and other people are inspired now, and they are doing lives. But you don't have to, everybody doesn't have to run out and do a live Facebook, because it takes quite a lot of courage. But it can be anything, and I think the biggest lesson for me in life is never to judge anybody, and I mean that. We all do it because we're human. We're human beings, and it's a natural, but I genuinely don't know, because you don't know their story. Am I right?
Yes.
You don't. Until you've walked in their shoes, shut up. So there you are. But as for today, I've got a gorgeous daughter. My Nicola, she's a paramedic, and I've got a wee granddaughter.
Oh, that's lovely.
Hallie Grace. She's 6. And I do believe through, actually, I'll tell you what changed my life a lot quickly. This will help millions of people, I know it will. My mum was very, very, very seriously affected with alcohol. My dad died. He used to sleep in park benches and things like that. He died when I was only 2. So my mum was very affected by alcoholism. My brother was still is alcoholic. He's been in AA for 20 years. But it doesn't mean he's not. He's still an alcoholic. Because anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll look into all that. However, I found it was horrendous for anyone living with an alcoholic. Because it's a threefold illness. And I was on my knees, and I found a place called Al-Anon that helped me to bring my family up. That helped me to be kind. That helped me to realise that my brother was very, very sick. Because I hated him. And I hated everything he'd done, but he was a very sick person. So just for today, I found somewhere that helped me. Because you can't control another person when they're wanting to drink. They'll drink. You can't stop them. You can't take drugs off people. You have to. And I had to go and get help to learn that. And that gave me an awful lot in life. As a matter of fact, it gave me everything, because I was able to detach and look after my family. And so I believe everybody can get help. I believe there's help for everything, and it's all online now. You don't even need to go places. You can just put it into your computer, and it's it's quite amazing.
As you said, that there's help for everybody, but it's up to obviously those individuals
A lot
to
of fear.
recognize, or even if they do recognize they get help, it's partly to do with fear, partly to do with other things in their life,
Absolutely, absolutely.
So sometimes there may be some people out there who are in a position of illness. Maybe they feel that they're getting the love and attention they require. If they get better, they won't get that as well. There's so many reasons to that as well.
Well, I'll share quickly this with you, because this comes to mind as well. I remember one day my mum, when I got married, my mum didn't want me to, God bless her. She loved me that much. But anyway, I couldn't stand her then, because I thought she was trying to hold me back. God bless her. But anyway, I came home one day and I was coming up the stairs, and she was standing with her face like this, all covered in blood. I went, oh my God. And it was tomato sauce. I really didn't like my mother that day. I thought, how dare you? But see, looking back, it was a cry for help. It was like, look at me, So, but in the last couple of years of her life, we had a lovely time together. She was a wee angel. So, I'm a very, very lucky lady. But it doesn't mean that I don't get fed up and I don't have my bad days. Of course I have my bad days. And I have a lot of good days as well. But I'm also realising I need dancing back in my life. I need the activity of doing something and moving myself, because dancing's part of me. I've gave that
I love
up.
dancing.
I loved it. I love the Bollywood dancing, or your Latin American dancing. God gave me a gift of dance. I don't know what I'm doing with my feet, because I'm choreography, what's left, what's right. But by God, can I take a floor? Because they just look right. Because I just look right to the. I believe people have gifts, and that's one of mine. So I need to go back. I need to get back together. But thanks for inviting me here. It's been lovely. And this is my old territory, by the way. I'm from Mary Hill. There you are. I'm in Prestwick, Ayrshire now. I stay down in Prestwick, Ayrshire now. But I'm originally from Mary Hill, George's Cross.
Wow.
So I can make curries and everything.
Curries? I'm sure you make a better curry than I can't even...
I grew up in Great Western Road, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
I think that's what people connect with you. As I said, before we came live, I was saying that you were authentic.
Yes.
And authentic, obviously, is about being yourself.
Absolutely.
And there's so many people out there, maybe coaching or whatever they're doing out there, is sharing knowledge, but they're not really being themselves.
They're just doing it from a book.
They're doing from the book. And I would say knowledge, you should be reading books, but experience is the biggest, learning.
100%.
That's where you're going to learn, and that's where you're going to grow from. That's where it is, from experience, and I truly believe that, and I'm very lucky that I've things I'm doing in my life is through experience, not through, because I do, and also I believe that we're born with a lot of knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when
as well.
When you're told when you're younger, I'm not feeling sorry for myself, because I now know it was meant to be. to make me who I am today. But I can remember, like yesterday, in the classroom, the teacher shouting and bawling, and free dinner, stand up, need to stand up, you know, and you're a wee girl, you know, and like they used to call me this and that, and all danced round because I was daft, because I couldn't read, but I couldn't see the board. And that's no me feeling sorry for myself. But today, dyslexia is noticed in schools, they're getting help for it. That is wonderful, and I'm right into to do with kids, because that's the younger generation. But also, I think I found something, a niche on people. I call them normal people. We're all normal, but people who are maybe over 50, over 60, and over 70, and over 80, and they can't get their hair done, and they think, oh, I'm finished, and they realise I change lives. I genuinely can make them look amazing for what they want to be, and I've done it. And it's like beauty, mental health, you know, all this, put it all together, and wow, amazing. And that's what it's all about. It's about making people feel brand new, no matter who they are, no matter where they come from, and that's what makes me happy.
So that, as you said, is you're inspiring another young people. There's a lot of young followers you got, but also maybe ladies of a certain age group who are thinking my life's over. You know, and I disagree. It doesn't matter what age you are.
But sometimes you think that, because you know, okay, what's the point? What's the point? You know,
but somebody like you coming online and inspiring, and people, you know, and
they
people
love
watching,
it.
and they're loving it.
They absolutely love it.
If she could do it,
because I make that many mistakes, and I drop the makeup, and I do this, and I do, but they love it. And I can't see right, and I look like that, but you know, that's what they like, and that's what I realise. I've always hid behind this person because I thought I was brought up to believe I was daft, just the way it was. And then when I found out, people like me for who I was, because I'm a funny person. You've no idea how funny I can be, you know. But I was always told, you can't do that, you can't wear that, you can't. Who can wear it? See, when I go out, I've got the crystals, and it's just me, Dolly Parton, Joan Collins. That's who I just idolise. But everybody's got their story to tell, haven't they?
They have.
Every single person. Yeah. And I'm very, 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 very lucky. The people that I have got that support me and help me, and it's a two-way thing. Definitely, because it's, as they say, when one teaches, two learn.
Yeah. And
I'm a great believer in that, you know. But there you are.
It's as I said, you got family support, and there's people out there are scared to talk to their families.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? And there's partly, you know, an Asian, let's go for the Asian culture as well. There's this stigma to it, not to talk about those things. And I think that is, as you said, is best to be.
It was. It was the way life was.
It was,
yeah,
but now things are changing.
And people like us can help even one more person to think, wait a wee minute, it's like alcoholism. I keep sharing that with people because I had to get help to believe it was an illness. And once I started realising, you know, my whole world started, I'm not responsible for other people. I'm only responsible for Glamour Gran Anne Marie. Anne, they call me Anne. And that's great to know. And as much as I love my son with all my life, and I love my daughter, my granddaughter, my son-in-law, I love them so much, but I do let go. And I'm there if they need me, but I do not. And I've got enough to cope with looking after myself. And that's, I think, a lot of people think they're responsible for these kids because they're their kids. Well, that Al-Anon place I went to helped me understand you're not responsible. And that was a big, big, big weight off my shoulders. Realising as much as I love my family, I have to let them make their mistakes. And they've made many, I've made many. You can't control another adult, another human being.
Thank you for saying that, because I've been trying to say to people there's so many people saying, you know, they're trying to change other people or trying to control others.
You can try it.
You're trying it.
Try it.
But you won't succeed, and that is unlikely. They
can't stand you. You'll drive them insane.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. As you said, it's looking after yourself.
The power of example.
Yes.
And that's what I'm finding now, because not going into things because you're scared. Not scared, but not in case the person doesn't want me to. But this person was going through a hard time, and I was doing something, and I know that person at that time didn't want to do anything. But it's all turned around, and they're really doing great. And I think, there you go. No, me, I don't mean it's me, but the power of example. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's you, Anne-Marie. I think it's you because when I mean you, it's your energy.
Yeah.
Because you made a shift within yourself. You're looking after yourself. You're making a change. With that, when you do that, you're radiating the energy,
Absolutely.
and when people feel that, they get inspired to change their lives.
And I talk about feathers and things like that, but things have happened to me lately that I know, and I was hiding behind that as well because I thought, oh no, I'm not saying that, but I know that I have to help people now. Don't get me wrong, I must look after myself and make sure I'm okay, because I can't help people if I'm not okay. But I'm getting a feeling drawn towards maybe going for a wee bit of training on something to do with, no coaching, but speaking to people.
Yeah.
I would never give advice. I never give advice to anybody. I suggest things. Never give advice, because I could give the wrong advice. And then so-and-so says to so-and-so, but Glam, my gran-aunt told me. So I'm very, very careful. What I do is I put them on to the right people. You know, obviously there's help for everybody. But if they ask me certain things, because I've got my phone, when I come off a live, actually I've got a PA now, because I can't do it all.
Yeah.
I've got somebody help me. I've actually quite a few people help me. And my husband's my brain. I'm great with talking to people. I'm great at but don't ask me to organise anything. Don't ask me to write things down or that, because I can't do that. And that's okay. God gave me other gifts, and we would put all the gifts together. So my husband's my brain. He's not my brain, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
He does all the kind of, you know.
Yes.
But I'm not afraid to be me now, and it's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. And my biggest thing I'll say for every human being in this world, just accept yourself for what you are, and let the past go. What you've done in the past, you've got to forgive yourself. I'd have you here all night, and I would go like that and talk, you know. But I love helping people. I really do. In the airport where I work, the customers always say that, oh, you're so helpful. But it's just because I like helping people. So there you are.
We've got some questions. People have been putting some comments. It's okay not to be okay. So proud of you, Anne.
Ah.
Yes, we've got for you. I'm just going to go see if I could access the other comments here. Let me see. Keep on sharing. I've got Sabaj, Anne-Marie Harper, Rose. There's quite a lot of people who've actually. I'm just looking at the list here.
I couldn't get mine to work. I don't know what I'd done wrong, but
it says what
matter.
Anne-Marie Harper is saying just now is definitely the law of attraction.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of comments that when we've been chatting, a lot of people have been commenting, and it's, you know, they obviously have gained quite a lot of information from today's show.
Good.
It's amazing.
That's
So
made me happy.
You are making, as you said,
Good.
if you make just one person's life difference in that one person, that you've done
Well,
the
that's
work
what
you meant to do.
that's what Paige Louise done for me. She made a big difference in my life when she gave me her stage and says, "Go for it." And I told her, but I get mixed up, and she said, "We love you. We love you for who you are." And it was like, wow. And ever since that, I have worked hard. I've no sat back. And my son gave me a wee tick list, not a big tick list, just. Go on, Mum. Go and be amazing. He's very into the law of attraction and the secret. He does a lot. He done a talk at my master class at the weekend, and you can watch it. It was amazing. It brought so many people together. But that's the kid's pen that's in that box, the law of attraction. What young kid wouldn't want that?
Oh, that's lovely.
Is that not beautiful?
Yeah.
That not beautiful?
That's lovely, yeah.
And they've got lots of wee crystal stones in it. They're brilliant. They're brilliant.
I totally agree that children should actually learn about law of attraction when they're younger. The schools should be teaching them. Schools should be teaching.
Do you know what's funny? Everything you're saying, I feel I've been here before, talking to you. Every single thing you've said, I'm like, oh, because I've said it. That's amazing. It's not amazing, it's a law of attraction.
It's a law of attraction. We are all connected, and it is, some people say deja vu. We've been here before, and I remember, and I've had this experience with so many other people, meeting people, and I've never met them and that back you can know,
Of course.
and because I do believe that everybody, people who are in a similar level of thinking about life, you know, you seem
attract
to,
them.
you attract them, so you're attracting. So it's like a magnet. So you're attracting. They're in your energy anyway.
And people come into your life at the right time for the right reasons, and I firmly believe in that, because one day when I write my book, I will share the things that have happened, and it couldn't just happen. It's got to be the universe that's bringing it all together. Amazing. But I'm going to go back to this very quickly, if you allow me.
Yeah, fine.
And this is, I believe, one of the biggest, quickest things that can turn people who think mental health, it's not an illness. Go onto YouTube and look up the black dog.
You can't really see on them because of the screen.
The
Is that
black dog.
Yeah, the black dog. I had the
And
black
if you
dog.
read the author out,
Let me see. Matthew Johnston.
Matthew Johnston.
It's illustrated by Matthew Johnston, written by him as well, and is a very simple book. I'm
It's a
looking
kid's
at it.
book.
Kids book with a lot of lovely pictures. It's easy to, as I say, it's kids book. It's easy to read.
But what it does, it tells the people in 1 minute that that's what the dog does to you. It's a depression. And it lets parents understand their kids when they're sitting in that. That's just to go onto YouTube. I would suggest that everybody goes onto YouTube and just looks up the black dog depression and watch it. I shared it on my live the other night, and the feedback I got was, oh, I now know what's wrong with my mum, thank you. Because there's kids living that don't know what's up with their mum. I've done it. I just remember my mum sitting and, you know, but anyway, see, I could go on and on and on.
Thank you, Anne, because we've kind of run out of time. Time flies.
Listen, you should ask my followers, right?
Yeah.
I don't shut up.
I will. I need to get you back again.
Definitely.
You know, but unfortunately, it's only 45 minutes we
fine.
have a show. But the things that you have discussed with me, I'm sure a lot of viewers will be listening. This recording they will also gain from that. So thank you for coming on.
My pleasure.
And obviously you've got your Facebook Glamour Gran.
Glamour Gran Ann.
And you know,
Glamour
Gran.
Glamour Gran Ann. But I'm a great, great, great believer. Now the mind went blank and I can't get it, but I'll get it.
Yeah.
I'm a great believer in saying to everybody the last thing to come out of their comfort zone. Go and do it. Push there. You know, even if it's just whatever it may be, maybe getting their hair done, maybe, I don't know. But once they take that step, because when I took that step and done that first live, my life changed.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on, and thank you. I'd like to say to all the viewers either thank you for coming on and coming to the show and listening to Glamour Gran Ann. I'm saying Glamour Gran Anne Marie, and it's sharing her story with us. I mean, I've learned so much from Anne today, and it's been amazing for me, and it just kind of made me kind of think about mental health as well, because I've got people around me as well also going through this challenging times with that. But thank you for all the viewers who are coming on today and watching my show. I'm on every Wednesday. I've got amazing other guests coming from the next few weeks. We've got a yoga teacher. We've got somebody who's coming on, and we talk about superfoods or how to stay healthy. So various inspiration guests coming on to help mind, body and spirit, to help, and that's very, very important. So I want to say thank you for everybody coming on, empowering me, encouraging me, and it's just making me want to do more of the videos every week. That's the thing. It's me, as Anne Marie said, is if you could change one person's life, you've done it. And I would I'm also going to ask all the viewers, if you've got knowledge and you've got experience, go out and share it. Go and share it with people. Do Facebook Live videos and do various things. Do talks, seminars. Go out there and share it. And this is how we're going to impact the world. That's the way we're going to do it. So thank you again. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for Anne Marie coming on. All the way from air and traveling here. I'm really, really honoured to have her here today. So thank you again, and I hope you could actually join me next week again. So thank you, and I hope to see you next week. Bye. Bye.
If you have a dream